You don't want random pieces of content. You want content that sells. Can that be done? Yes, it can. And not in the way that you think content should sell. In this video, I'm going to share with you 2 methods that I use to create content that directly drives sales. And if you have products and services, this video is going to be perfect for you. And even if you don't have products and services, you want to build a solid foundation so that every single piece of content that you create works for you, works in attracting the right audience, then stay tuned. Now, these 2 methods are really a different way of thinking, right? It's not going to come easily, and it's going to require a little bit of a shift in how you conceptualize content and how you conceptualize sales. Now, method 1 is really to think about your content or to think about your niche as a transformation. Every niche is a solution to a problem. You've got your before, you've got your after. And how exactly are you going to help your audience bridge this gap between the before and the after? You do that with your content. All right. So the thing is, if you don't have products and services, this method is going to be perfect for you. You first want to define your content parameters, right? You don't want to be talking about everything under the sun. So if I am in the digital marketing space, I cannot talk about marketing. So what do I focus on? I focus on content, email, as well as digital products. I don't talk about a whole lot of other things. I don't talk about social media. I don't talk about LinkedIn. I don't talk about bots or Facebook and stuff like that. Okay, so I know what exactly my content parameters are, and that is what I would love for you to do as well. So think of your blog or your YouTube channel or your podcast in terms of categories, right? What exactly is this big umbrella that you are helping people with? So for me, that would be digital marketing. And within that umbrella, you want to focus on 2 to 3. You could expand it up to 5, but I would say focus on 2 to 3 in the first place. All right. So what are these 2 to 3 different categories where you are helping them with? Okay. Now, based on this, pick one category and break it up into subcategories. Okay. So what are the different subcategories you have within one particular main category? So if I am talking about email marketing, what exactly does my ideal subscriber or my ideal buyer need to know in order to get more proficient in email marketing? What can I do? What can I teach or help so that the person knows email marketing better? And this is where your subcategories will come into play. So for me, I've got sequences, I have got list building, and then I have got nurture. So these would be my subcategories within my main category. So this is what you want to figure out first. So after that, you can actually drill in a lot deeper. So within sequences, for instance, that is a subcategory. What exactly does my audience need to know to get better or to be proficient in this particular subcategory? And then you would drill down into individual content pieces. So you could actually do the same method even if you don't have products and services, to drill down into the exact topics and the exact videos that you want to create for your audience. All right, so you've got your larger umbrella. Break it down into 2 to 3 main categories when you are starting out, and then drill down into subcategories. Now, the question people always ask me is, okay, I have these 3, but which one do I focus on first? Do I do a little bit of all, or do I just do one main thing first? So here's my take on this. If you are just starting out, I would suggest just focusing on one main category rather than talking about a few different things. Why is that so? Number one, it is a lot easier to position yourself as an expert when you talk about one main category and you drill deeper into it. Okay, so if you're drilling deeper into it and your audience starts to associate you with that content, with that particular topic in the category, and they keep seeing lots of different content pieces around that particular category, on social or on your vlog or on your blog, then that association that you are someone they can trust, that is going to come in a lot faster. Okay, so start with one. So that is one way of thinking about it. Or pick the category that you have the clearest monetization idea for. So even if you have nothing for sale, And that's fine. But what category do you have a vision? Do you have a direction, a pathway for how exactly you can monetize this? That could be via services or offers. It really doesn't matter what you're going to offer, but you should have a general idea of how you're going to get to monetizing that particular category. So this is method 1. Method 2 is using the customer journey or your audience's journey as a rule to create your different content pieces. Now, I am a huge fan of the 5 states of awareness. These different states of awareness. So you've got problem unaware, problem aware, solution unaware, solution aware, and then finally most aware. These different states of awareness reflect their readiness to do business with you. So the further down the journey they are, the more aware and the more ready they are to do business with you. And not everyone that comes to your blog or your YouTube channel or your podcast is at the same point of awareness. They are going to be at different stages, and people at different stages have different questions about the topic of your offer. And if you address these different questions, the more you're going to be able to nudge or to help your audience progress along this customer journey. So this is one concept that refers to the customer journey, the 5 states of awareness. Other concepts drop the readers into broader phases, which are awareness, consideration, and decision. But the thing is, whichever concept you are comfortable with, they kind of overlap. All right, so they're pretty much the same in terms of the customer journey. And what you choose to use depends on your level of comfort. So for the purposes of this video, I am going to refer to the broader spectrum. All right, so I'm going to talk about awareness, consideration, and decision. So when you're talking about awareness, the questions that people have at this stage are usually centered around what and why. Okay, what exactly is this topic? Why is this important to me? These are the questions that people have at this particular stage. When they progress onto the consideration stage, the questions that they have switch more to how. Okay, because if you've done a good job in the first phase, which is the awareness phase, would mean that you have actually gotten their attention. Moving on to the next phase, this is when they would be looking for solutions. Okay, you've told me this is my pain point. This is a problem I'm having. You have actually told me that spot on, and I actually identify with that. So now, how exactly do I solve it? So this is where when you give them how-to content in your consideration phase, they are going to be pretty much lapping it up. They are going to love that. Okay, so moving on to the next stage, that would be the decision stage. All right, so the questions in this phase center more around results and seeing how your solution can fit into their life or work or their business. Okay, because they are viewing you as someone that they can trust with this particular topic of offer. You've already built up that content expert association. So you've done all of that solid foundation. So this is where if you share with them results, if you share with them how your solution can fit into their life and your business and your work, how exactly can your solution help? This is when they would move on to become from a reader or a viewer or a listener to becoming a customer. So in my book, The Profitable Content System, one of the frameworks that I use is the stage times 10 framework. Okay, so for each particular phase, so you've got your awareness, consideration, and decision. What I talked about in the book is to break it down into 5 different questions that people will have at each particular phase. So like I mentioned, it depends on your level of comfort. You either use that or you can use the 5 states of awareness and think through on the different questions that people would have at each particular phase. And when you do it in this way, you will come up with content ideas or topic ideas easily, all right? And every single piece of content would actually have a role and would actually contribute to getting someone interested in the solutions that you offer. And this, I would say, either method 1 or method 2 is the best content strategy that you can have. So stop writing for yourself and stop writing a piece of content just because others seem to be doing it, others seem to be writing about this content piece, or maybe it seems to just be driving traffic. I want to write a piece of content just for that, because traffic is no use if the traffic that is coming to your site is not the right people. So if you're going to be writing about a piece of content that has nothing to do with your products and services, nothing to do with the vision that you have for your business, then that traffic might be a lot, but is not going to help you in any single way. Just these two methods alone are going to give a world of a difference to the way you structure your content, the way you organize your content workflow. If you're interested in diving deeper, check out this other video I did on content as well. And I also have 2 books on Amazon, the Profitable Content System as well as the 1-Hour Content Plan. I'm going to leave the links to both of those books down in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if this is a method that you've tried before, or are you interested in giving it a shot. How do you think it is going to improve your content workflow? I would love to know what you thought. Let me know, and I will see you in the next video.